Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, okay, my topic. Uh,
Right.
okay, topic number one.
Topic number two, you
That's what I meant. Topic number two.
mean?
Do you see in our lifetime, you and me, say we live our lifetime till 85? Do you see in our lifetime Mars colonization?
Such a good segue.
Not just like sending people to Mars, but people actually like living on Mars and making it an option for humans to choose. Do you want to be an
See,
Earth human or a Mars human?
I used to say no.
Is it? And can I let me say one thing before you say anything? I only brought this up because of SpaceX recently, the Hyperloop.
Exactly. That's Elon Musk thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that today and it made me think of like the Mars thing.
Yeah. See, I used to say no, but then when I heard about this guy, this crazy motherfucker with his fucking Tesla shit and all that kind of crap.
Dude, he's reshaping huge aspects of the world. And I know we're saying it's him. It's not him. It's the company. But he's the figurehead. He's the Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah, he's the visionary behind it, right?
I think like I don't know. I think he might be the new Steve Jobs, man. If you think about it, because Steve Jobs released like the iPad or the iPhone and the iPod, and that like changed the music industry, changed the phone industry, and Elon Musk is on pace of changing the car industry.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say like yeah, he could change the automotive industry pretty much.
yeah, and now he might be creating his own industry in space exploration, or not even space exploration, like living in space.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like all the like, it's crazy how affordable electric car can be next year or 2 years from now, especially the new one.
You know what, man? Every other automotive company needs to step their game up
Yeah,
because, like,
because if you could spend $40,000 on an electric car, that's fucking
I
ridiculous.
do it. The
Yeah,
dude, you know how many less issues you have with just if you look at a car from a car perspective, how many less issues you have because instead of all these moving parts, now you just have circuit boards and shit
yeah,
and
and they just
batteries.
charge it well at night and then just go in the morning.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like perfect.
even for a road trip, you go half away, you go somewhere for food, you plug it in for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like the charging stations are gonna start becoming ubiquitous, like in so many places.
Well, it's gonna be it has to. Once these start becoming a thing that it's not just the one dude that has a Tesla or an electric car, and it's 5 out of 10 of my friends have an electric car. They're gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
And I
Because
mean,
they're trying to pop up already, right? And that's also ramped up production on those cars as well. Because like they used to say people wouldn't get their cars till like 2019 or 2020.
now it's 2018, I think, right?
Yeah, 2018, I think.
I think they're building a new facility to build them too, aren't they?
Yeah, that I think that's why.
That's
They're gonna
crazy,
be.
man. I don't know.
So I think
It's
colonization probably no. I still think no. Getting there, yes.
I think
There's a
I
lot of there's a lot of steps between getting there and colonization.
no. Okay, I totally agree with you. They need to. Step one is to get there,
Yeah,
and then
because
from there,
it takes a lot of time to get to Mars. It's not like it takes 10 minutes to get to
yeah, it's eight
Mars.
months.
Yeah,
That's why they like doing those things of people like laying in their bed for 30 days. But you've seen that thing? NASA will pay you like
yeah, I
10
saw that.
grand to lay in bed, not move. I think when some smart dude figures out like, oh shit, I just made like insane like rocket propulsion and we can get to Mars in like a month now. I think then shit's gonna get like heavy because then I'm like, okay, well if we can get there in a month, we can start doing like start sending things and building things, right? But
See,
you
that's
think
also a thing too, right? Building stuff, agriculture there, or you just give everybody the Martian and then
I haven't seen that
give.
movie yet.
Oh, damn it!
I know
That joke just went nowhere then.
it did. I saw he was duct taping something. uh, I don't know. You know
Ruined it.
what though, man? I can't say that I don't think in our lifetime there will be colonization because I didn't think there'd be electric cars. Like I thought that was like the Jetsons thing. You know what I mean? Like
The Jetsons would be more like autonomous cars, not electric cars.
Okay, I guess, yeah, but I don't know, man. I didn't think there'd be anything other than like NASA and Russia like sending things into space and landing rockets on a barge in the middle of the ocean. Like to me, it just seemed like it was nothing, and then this huge rush of information of all the shit that was happening. Like I don't remember anything like in the news. You know what I mean? It just to me it seemed like it wasn't there, and then boom, it was Tesla and SpaceX and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean by like it just came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. So I mean, what's another 40 years? Like I'm an idiot. Realistically, I'm a stone age standing outside of a cave with a stick idiot when it comes to like coming up with that stuff. So I mean, my mind only goes so far. Like to me, what can be developed in 40 years? I don't know. I don't know what they can develop in 40 years. But a smart person might realistically say like, yeah, in 40 years we might not need water. There might be a pill that supplements water. There's no world hunger anymore. I don't know. I'm not
But
that
I
kind of
think
smart.
I also think that there is a cap, or not really a cap, but I would say like um a plateau of how far you can take technology, how far you can take science. 'Cause there's always limitations when it
Well,
comes to
with
this kind of stuff, right?
your technological advances have to meet your needs, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like we have all these phones and stuff. Battery life hasn't fucking caught up with
Oh
it.
my god, it gets worse.
It gets because there's so many good things inside the phone or whatever. Battery just can't keep up with that stuff that's in it. That's just how it is. Technology is going so far, but battery technology is getting in our case probably getting worse. But it's not really getting worse. It's just not going anywhere. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's. I think okay, that's a good point. Like I think in like phones and laptops and whatnot, like the battery is the last thing they look at because
Yeah,
it's already exists. It's just a
and
matter of how big and what size they want.
also battery stuff is very very expensive. Battery technology can be expensive.
Yeah, so it's like, I get it. If I was Apple, it'd be like, hey, you want to spend $1 billion on Apple technology or $1 billion on the processor and all that stuff? It's like, well, I'd rather put it into the processor. Want to make
Yeah,
and how thin my computer is. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. The battery thing comes secondary to everybody, but
So
that's like a microcosm of like what technology is, and that's why I don't think it's going to happen in the next 40 years. There's going to be like a wall they're going to hit with something. Because taking people there takes you were saying 8 months to get there, right? It's pretty much a one-way ticket at that point.
well, it is, and yeah, if they cut that in half at 4 months, like that's the issue they're having with like the human body like being doing nothing for 4 months then having to land and move around because that's the issue with astronauts when they land people have to pull them out because their muscles are all screwed up, right?
Yeah, but that's that. See, this is the thing. This is the biggest thing is that you're gonna go like you have to take astronauts there first, no matter what. They have to go there
You
first.
have to send the smart people first.
Yeah, you have to send them because they're trained for this kind of thing, right? So you send them first. They land. Then they like we haven't even put anybody onto Mars yet,
Yeah, there's just a rover.
right? Yeah, we have to get to Mars and land there safely first. That's the main thing. Then we have to get all this data, all this kind of shit, and then bring them back, right?
Yeah,
That's years and years and years of research, develop R&D, and all that kind of stuff, research and development.
yeah, that's probably like a decade right there.
Yeah, that's a decade, maybe 15 years to get that. And it's kind of crazy to think about, like, that's going to take us 10 to 15 years to do it. But really, that's not that long. 10 to 15 years?
It really isn't that long. Look at 10, 15 years ago, just the state of our lives. The internet was shit back 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. But I do have to admit, though, like, like, the science program is lacking in the last 30, 40 years. Nothing has really
For
happened.
space exploration or
Yeah.
just science in general.
Space exploration. Nothing has happened.
It seemed
Like,
like
we went to the moon. We never went back there.
yeah, did they even go to the moon?
They did.
You think so?
Don't do that. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It did definitely was like it was like the biggest thing, and then it was just yeah, like you said, it was like 30 years of no one gives a shit,
Yeah, it's just like, oh, there's the moon. Should we go back there?
and they're
Nah.
just like, no, we'll just send satellites instead.
Yeah, exactly. Like the exploration just isn't there.
But do you think this one random smart guy who's just in his room, he doesn't work for anyone, he just figures something out and it changes the whole game? Because that could
Could
happen.
it could be? Oh fuck! You haven't seen The Martian yet.
I
I have
haven't.
the
What
Martian.
if this guy's like, oh hey, I figured out how to make and manipulate wormholes. You never know.
Yeah,
Some
you never know.
I don't know.
It's all math at this point.
And I suck at math.
Figuring that kind of stuff out because like anything that could be broken down in physics is all equations and stuff like that, and then that's how
Yeah.
it goes.
I don't know. You know what, man? Can you imagine? This is kind of off topic. It kind of fits, but it's kind of off topic. How this year
All our show off topic.
I know they prove that gravitational waves exist.
Yes.
You know that Einstein was the guy who came up with that.
Yeah. Look how long it took them to discover, like, actually prove that.
No, exactly. You know the huge thing they had to build in order to do it.
Yeah.
It was like two pipes, like a kilometer long. That's like a mirror, and it moves by like point 0.00000000001. Like it's insane.
I forgot when he actually proposed that idea.
It was 100 years. It was almost.
It was 100 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1916.
But that guy didn't have a computer. He didn't
Yeah.
have an electric calculator. Can you
Yeah.
think that guy, we brought him from the dead in his brain, put him in the world now? He would like either just die from overload, or he might just take like a year to figure out technology and Google and how to use a phone, and then he might just wreck shit.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
He might just come out of left field like, oh hey, you don't need this phone anymore. I've come up with this holographic thing. You blink your eyes twice and it pop. Like he might
But
just.
see, this is how I. This is prove my point exactly in that way because like it took us 100 years to prove that we knew that these waves existed,
But we couldn't prove it.
but we couldn't prove or we couldn't see them.
Yeah, that's true. That 100
It took
years
us 100 fucking years to prove,
just to prove
to see them.
something.
Yeah, to see them.
That is true. Good point. So we'll probably be dead.
I don't see it in our lifetime, but you never know. They have so much funding, so fuck.
I will make a prediction. And before I die, if this video still exists, I'll look. My prediction is before I die, if I die, like hopefully when I'm like 80, 85, that they'll have at least sent humans to Mars by that point. Not to live, to just do a study. Like,
yes.
Hopefully two-way trip, but like to gather information.
I can see that.
The
that
only
I can see.
way I think that it would be sped up dramatically is if they proved like an asteroid was coming towards Earth. And they said this asteroid will hit in like 40 years. And the whole world got together and figured it out. I think maybe then. But other than that, man, I think it's just, like you said, I think you're right. It's just going to take such a long time to do all the steps, to do your due process and to figure out what you're doing, right?
Yeah, there's so many steps that are in between us, and then colonizing Mars. There's so many steps. And it's going to be little baby steps.
Yeah. Wouldn't
This
it
is
be
how it's
cool,
gonna-
though, if you had the options? Like, hey, do
It
you want
would be.
You're born, and it's like, oh, do you want an Earth baby or a Mars baby?
Earth baby.
Well,
Earth.
no, like, you want to go send your baby to Earth or send him to Mars? That'd be kind of cool. Anyways.